Welcome to cinema5D on the go. Moving conversations about moving images with filmmakers and industry leaders. Brought to you by Hedge for Mac, Rode Microphones, G Technology, and Zachtler, in association with Ford. This is your host, Nino Leitner.
Monitoring VR.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah, so it's a bit kind of hit and hope. But to be honest, and once again, at the risk of sounding pompous, this is where experience comes in, you know?
You sound so pompous.
Yeah, don't run the lady over on her bike and a pink...
On the phone, on the bike.
Phone on a bike and a pink sweater. That's a nice ad, I like that.
With what?
The fingers.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of it is experience, that you just know that when something is, you look at a light source and you know that light source is going to fool the automatic exposure in the GoPro, and you know that it's totally going to fool that camera, so you make an adjustment for that camera if it's facing in that particular way. So experience is a big part, and of course if you've got things like the Samsung. And I don't know about the key mission because I don't know enough about it. I've only just seen it. You can monitor it with your phone if you have a Samsung phone, which is really cool.
I heard that you can only do it on a Samsung phone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, you can monitor it, and it's interesting stuff actually. And I think one of the other really big issues with VR at the moment, 360 video, is how hot the cameras get, and they get really hot.
Actually, we had this problem with this camera. We were using Sony action cams here instead of GoPros. And
they're very cute.
Pretty good. I mean, you should see the transmission to that. They have like a watch thing. It's not here, is it here? No. There's a little screen on it. Fabian in the back has it. I don't know if you can see him, but he's doing sound on this.
I could just hear him. I can't see him. It's like the Almighty or something. You know he's there, right?
Not you, the audience. Yeah. Anyway, so it's a little watch thing, and it's instant. It's not like the GoPro where you do this, and it 3 seconds later you get 5 second delay or something. It's pretty cool. But if you use this, like we use the middle one in 4K, so you can crop in. In the first few shows we used the housing. They have like underwater housing, and it fogs up because the camera gets so hot. It's so weird. It's like you can't actually use it unless maybe if it's in a cold environment it's fine, but it completely fogs up the whole thing. So it's problematic.
Yeah, it's problematic, and certainly, I mean, every 360 camera that I've tried in warm circumstances, it does shut off.
Same thing?
Yeah. Even, in fact, tip for the top folks, I don't actually use the Hero 4, I use the Hero 3.
Oh, does the Hero 4 get hotter?
Well, this is interesting. It's the 3 Plus Black I use. And the reason I use the 3 Plus Black is it has a lower frame rate, which isn't as good. I can't remember what the 4 is. Is it like 80 frames a second?
I have no idea.
I think, yeah. The 3 Plus only goes to 48. But the advantage is you can just run it, and it doesn't overheat.
Oh wow.
Which is cool.
Yeah. And how do you power them? All batteries or?
It depends. I mean, I will use. Oh my goodness, what's it called?
You have 6 cameras running at the same time.
I use 7, remember?
Yeah.
So I use an external battery by a company called X-Power, good German company, and it's this very heavy.
And you run cables into it.
Yeah, cables into it, which I have to route them very carefully. So
you have to send us a photo so we can show the audience what this looks like.
Yeah, I'll have to do it if I've got any, because most of the time when I'm rigging, it's
secret.
Well, I wouldn't say secret. It's. I have my advantages, which I keep to myself. That's one of the.
We can black everything out you don't want us to see.
Put a black screen up now.
Exactly.
Something.
Look at this image. A black.
Yeah, we should do a pixelated version. Only joking, folks. No, but seriously, a lot of the time I use the battery actually, because you can get decent life out of the battery.
like an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, but then again, it's just you're just shooting. It ends up being a 4K file. I mean, you don't want these things to run forever. You know?
Well, we do here. Well, we want them to run at least for the duration of the interview. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, of course, it's takes just imagining that all these cameras now record 4K and do that it's kind of amazing.
It is amazing
that it works at all.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Any more questions, Nino?
I think I know more and more about VR. I should finally give it a try. It's like I've been pushing that. I actually bought the codec, but I haven't tried it yet. Didn't have the time.
I think good on Kodak, I guess, but it's not quite full 360. So I think it could lead to some disappointed customers out there, perhaps, who are expecting. I don't know. I mean, if it works for you, then great.
So basically, you have transformed your entire business into VR.
Completely. Well, not all of it. I mean, I still shoot some stills. I still shoot a little bit of video, quite a bit of video. I do quite a bit of production.
Yeah.
I'm a director of photography for a major educational project, working slow motion a lot of the time. Of chemical reactions.
Chemical reactions?
Yeah, which is one of the coolest things I've ever been involved with. That hopefully should see the light of day next year.
Cool.
We've been setting things on fire, and
that could be cool in VR as well.
Oh, it's funny you should say that, because
of course you had that idea.
We have more than the idea. We've done some cool things. We've put a 360 video camera in a nuclear power station.
Oh wow! Okay, and then you
you
melted it.
No, it was just kind of on the top of the reactor cap, and so we did that. It wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad. What did you do with the thing afterwards?
Well, it's all in post production at the moment.
No,
folks.
I mean with the camera.
With we just just throw it away, and no, it wasn't radioactive.
I filmed in a nuclear thing before, and he was like, "Oh, it's so annoying." All the scanning and stuff, and everything, all the cameras, everything.
The bike when you're inside.
Yeah, otherwise he dies.
I know, cyclists. I do love you, cyclists, but please, on the inside of cars, it's just asking for it, isn't it?
We did this in Amsterdam as well. It was scary.
Yeah. Have you ever? What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you while you've been doing this interview in a car?
It's I'm building up embarrassing moments really for an Autica reel, but the most embarrassing thing so far was driving against the one-way street a few times. When Google Maps tells me something different from reality, so it's kind of a virtual, not reality kind of.
So I've had one disaster. It didn't happen to me, but I kind of want to share it with you because it's one of the most, not exactly heartbreaking, but kind of cringy moments of the day. I had the pleasure while I was over on the Fujifilm stand looking at a remarkable new GFX camera to meet a really interesting photographer by the name of Frank Jackson. Here's his card, check his website out. Really interesting guy. He has taken a coffee cup around the world and he photographs it with him wherever he goes, and it's in its own little padded case, and he photographs it, and it's actually really beautifully done. Nice guy, and it's a bit quirky, bit different. And we were talking about he's done this for the past 10 years.
Oh, as you do.
As you do, and I'm just chatting to him, and we're shooting the breeze, and he's showing me some new pictures he's done. He gets some papers out of his pocket, and he knocks the coffee cup on the floor.
No.
And he smashes it into pieces.
While you talk to him.
Yeah.
But by accident.
It was out the bag. He just got it out the bag to show me.
And that's the only one he had.
It's the coffee cup in all of the photographs.
Shit.
And he said, "I can't believe I've done that." And I just sat there. It wasn't even my darn coffee cup. I was holding my head in my hands.
It wasn't your fault.
Well, it wasn't my. Thank God.
It still happened because of you.
Kind of. I was involved in its demise somehow, and I was kind of looking to see if somewhere I'd pushed a paper and it had. But I felt so bad. He's a lovely guy. Interesting story, but check out his website. It's kind of.
So you have a bad conscience, basically. You will send everybody to his website now.
Yeah, I know. But you see, this is kind of my payback, I suppose, of just I'm atoning for my sin.
Yeah, that's good. Anyway, we have arrived at your place.
Thank you very much. And
thanks for being my guest here.
Thank you very much, Nino.
Thanks everybody for watching this episode of Cinema5D on the go, and tune in for the next one in this car. Bye.
Can I say something about Brexit?
Oh no, let's